a quick quote for you: creating products are a form of innovation and ideas expressed by artists. So we have been artists here trying to create products with our innovative ideas, right? That's just a great teaser for you. But let's look at the summary. Now, tell me what you think about this. Do you feel confident that you're able to define what cloud computing is and also describe the shared responsibility model?
Yes.
Okay, how about you?
Wait. The way you see the shared responsibility model, or you mean all of those platforms, basically all the platforms like infrastructure, platform itself, as well as software as a service?
Yes.
I mean, yes. Call them blocks, cloud computing blocks, right?
Exactly. So I want you to try to paint that picture again in your mind. So think about it this way. Who is responsible for what?
Okay.
On premises, you are responsible for everything. Yeah. Right? Yeah. But when it's on the cloud, you're always going to be responsible for the data, the access, and the identity, right? Yeah. That's always going to be your responsibility. The cloud provider is always going to be responsible for the hardware.
That's platform as a service now, right?
For all of them. If you look
anyway, for all of them, yeah.
So all of them, those two constants are always going to be there. You're always going to be responsible for data, the access, whether it's a desktop access or mobile access, and the identity, the account management. And then the what do you call it? The cloud provider, Microsoft or Google or Amazon, they are always going to be responsible for providing you the data center, the physical data center, the security of that data center, the host of the data center, and the interconnectivity, the network of those data centers. Okay?
Yeah.
All right. And we're also able to describe infrastructure as a service, platform as a service, and when we are able to use each one of those, right?
Yeah.
And we talked about cloud models, public, private, hybrid, and also multi-cloud. And when you want to use those. And finally, we talk about consumption-based model, how it's better for us to use cloud because we're renting rather than having to build and start from scratch and have a lot of capital expenditure. Sounds good?
Yeah.
Also, just think of another way of, and this is just, we are trying to put it in a common way.
Yes.
Okay. Just for cloud computing, it's just, and I say it's just a means of, let's say, providing computer services like internet. I mean, sorry, like software, the servers, as you said, through the internet, right?
Yes.
Okay. So everything goes through the internet. So that's just it. Without you having access, like buying anything, you just go to the internet and then.
Exactly. So again,
all right.
So that's it. That's pretty much it in a nutshell. So when you hear these people trying to fighting you and telling you all these technical terms, you don't need a technical term to describe what cloud computing is. Cloud computing is that simple.
Yeah.
You having access to services over the internet.
That's it. Okay.
That's it.
All right.
What other questions do we have? Nobody has no questions for me? All right.
Let me just ask a question on PaaS, platform as a service.
Yes, platform as a service. Go for it.
Yeah. So you mentioned that, like for example, if I just want, if I want to go for a platform, I just need a platform as a service. Will it come together with infrastructure as a service, or will just be just a platform itself?
Very good. Yes, it comes with the infrastructure. Right. So again, in this case, you're buying a building.
Yes.
Right. So instead of you starting by buying the plot and then getting people to dig the foundation and then buying the cement and all whatnot, you buy the building that's already there. And then you decide, let's say we want to start a university in Cameroon. You have to go and meet people to buy land, get all this, draw architect and so on and so forth before you even start building. But we decided, okay, we want to build a university, but there's a house or a big compound somewhere that has already been built and it's not in use. We go and buy that. So now you're actually getting that infrastructure that's already there and the platform that has already been set up for you. But now the platform will have, let me go back to the picture. The platform will have an operating system, right? The platform as a service, as you see right here, it already has an operating system. If you wanted to use Microsoft Windows, but it has Linux, then you don't have any control over that. So the cloud provider has already provided you that data center, the network, the host, all those things from the start that are in the infrastructure. In addition to that, they provide you with an operating system. But now, depending on how you want it, it's now up to you if they should provide network controls or applications, if you want them to give you with some applications already there or not, or to also have some directory structures in there already, then it's up to you. So again, your responsibility would depend on the configuration of all those three things, the applications and so on. But it definitely does come with your physical host, network, and data center.
All right.
Very good question.
So which means what we are doing or what you are doing right now.
Yes.
Is cloud computing. You are providing a class without you having a classroom, desks, people coming to class.
Exactly. The infrastructure is already there. Google has already set that up for me.
I'm making use of those infrastructures.
Exactly. Yeah.
So wait, at this point, so you're basically providing, but I should say, you're basically, is this software as a service or platform as a service? You're doing software as a service, right?
In which case?
Like these classes that you're offering to us right now,
Yes.
It's software as a service, right?
Yes. This class is right now. Let me actually escape from this and show you. For instance, I'm using Google Classroom. I did not buy any hardware to create it and so on and so forth. It's just one of the products in Google, just like YouTube, Google Search, Maps, News. All of these are softwares. All of these are applications. All of these are programs. Those are all synonyms. These are all provided over the internet, but there are servers somewhere sitting on the Google servers that are providing all these applications for us, whether it's Photos, Drive, Calendar. They are all provided by Google over the cloud. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah, so everybody can access it. The only thing you need is internet.
So can we say that this has this it's like the software as a service, platform as a service, has the combination of everything? Not only the software, but there's a server somewhere.
Yes, the servers are definitely out there somewhere. Now, let me show you an example of what we're going to talk about this next week. But since we have some time, I might as well just go ahead and show you. So this right here is loading the global infrastructure of Azure. Okay, I can send you the link. This is the world map loading, right? You can see the different operating systems. I should have just kept this intro, but that's fine. So as you see here, these are all servers that are located in different countries. All these cables, these are fiber optic connections that Microsoft has made that we're able to see. For instance, they have satellites that are connecting all these areas. So let's go ahead and explore the building blocks of it. So scroll. No, I should have just gone ahead to explore the map. So there you go. So virtual tour. Oh, come on, that's not what I wanted. But yeah, I'll send you the link. You can look at all of those. It can give you a live tour of the cloud, how you have all these different data centers and so on and so forth. Okay. But I didn't want to go through this now. I can give you to take a look at it. So that's exactly what you would experience when you go to. So this would be maybe the lobby. You can take a tour of what a data center looks like. That would be the lobby. In the lobby, you have computers in the back room and so on and so forth. So there's an operations room. You can see all those things in there. But that's not what I wanted to go into. I actually wanted to just show you guys what where the data centers are located. Like I said, next week is when we're going to talk about infrastructure. For now, we just wanted to talk about the introduction as well as get those things. So right here, you can see these are the major locations of those servers in all those different countries, per se. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Awesome. So yeah, I'll send all of those to you later on.
So that means no server in Africa. Oh,
no, there's a server in there. I just didn't get the chance to go look at it.
No, when I look, there's no server in Africa.
There's a server in South Africa.
Oh, yeah, in South Africa.
Yeah, there's a server in South Africa. So you can go to infrastructure map, Microsoft.com. You should be able to see that information in there.
No one live there.
All those crazy boys are just going to go and burn it because they want to fall.
So in another sense,
yeah,
we can all conclude that infrastructure as a service, software as a service, infrastructure as a service, and platform as a service, they are all subset of on-premise, right?
Not necessarily. So there are two things here. You're either on premises, which is here on the far right, or you're on the cloud. All of these three are different ways that the cloud can be modeled. So either you're saving your own stuff physically, starting from here. This is on your premises, on-prem, is on your physical location, or on the cloud. Does that make sense?
What I was trying to say is like on-premise basically means that you are carrying on the entire structure.
Yes.
You take full responsibility of the infrastructure, the platform, as well as the software. That's what on-premise means, right?
Yes.
But now, when you start going towards infrastructure as a service, it means now that you're basically you're renting now. You are going to rent now just the physical host, and then the hardware and all. You're going to rent it out, right? That's what you're going to rent, and then when you move now to infrastructure as a service now, it also means that okay, you are going to rent both the host, the hardware, and then also with the operating systems, right? And then with the middleware or whatever.
Yes, the middleware.
The middleware. And then when we move to the software as a service now, it means that you're going to rent everything from the physical data center right up to maybe application or even identify and directory infrastructure if it's shared also, right? That's what
exactly. So you're just renting the full application. You're renting the full software. Yeah.
Also, but you're renting the full everything up to where you have just the data, the device, and the account. That's the one that you're going to bring, right?
Yeah, what you want to look at here, remember that this is a responsibility. We are not talking about physical structure. So what are you responsible for? But the things that make up are these. When you're using a software, you're the one that puts data in there. You're the one that you're the one that changes the data. So you're always in charge of the data.
Okay. Just like give an example like my cell phone. I'm the one putting the data in my cell phone and everything like
exactly. Your email, your Google Drive, all the photos, it's up to you whether you're taking a picture or not. All right?
Okay.
Awesome. So let me run to the very end. We've been able to go.
Wait. Before you go, can you give an example of an infrastructure? Because I know that platform as a service. We already talked about Google. I mean, like Google is one of them. Google is one of them. Azure, AWS, even Alibaba, and then they're all platform as a service. So what is, can you give an example of infrastructure as a service? Let me see here.
So here you can see, these are some examples of infrastructure as a service. An Amazon Web Service, if you decide to just request their computer service, then you're doing infrastructure as a service. Google Compute Engine, you can use that compute engine and build your software on top of it. You're just using their service, okay?
Okay.
So just the infrastructure is being used in that case.
Okay.
Even if you use Rag Cloud. Rag Cloud is the #1 managed cloud company. You can use that. If you want to use IBM's infrastructure, you can use SoftLayer, which is IBM's infrastructure. You can use Apache Cloud Stack, which is Apache, Oracle, and so on. OpenStack as well, which is open source. So
okay, this means that you can use infrastructure. You can use, for example, like AWS here, as well. You can use it as infrastructure and also use it as a platform, right?
It depends on, you can mix and match it, whichever what you're exactly looking at. But when we get to the architecture tomorrow, we tend to make more sense. For now, I just wanted to introduce to you all the different types that are out there. But when we start getting into infrastructure, and depending on what service, what exactly you're trying to do, if you want to move your stuff from on-premises, then you probably just need infrastructure as a service. You do a lift and shift migration. Or if you want to be testing your applications on the cloud and check if it's available in every different place with different specifications, you can use that to testing and development and so on. So for the assessment, for the certification, what you need to do is understand the differences with these scenarios when you get to use them, and not necessarily remember which examples are used. They might ask you, okay, when do you use Salesforce? Salesforce is a software. You just use it as a software as a service. They might ask you, when do you get to use most of that? I mean, nobody's going to ask you about functions, data, or storage as a service. Sounds good?
Yes.
Awesome. So I don't want to keep you guys for too long. I know we've gone over our time by a few minutes, but again, to recap, we've covered all the things that we needed to do, including cloud pricing models and consumer consumption based. So a few words that you need to remember, we've talked about all of these: cloud computing, infrastructure, platform, and software. And the ones that you need to explore, I encourage you to explore about Azure Portal, Azure CLI, Azure Cloud Shell and PowerShell, Azure mobile apps, Azure Resource Manager templates, AARM templates, and Azure Advisors. You don't need to do anything serious, but if you come tomorrow and tell me what one of these is, I'll be very impressed with you. But these are all things we are going to learn going down.